Welcome to TuberChat. If you have less than 10,000 subscribers, you've come to the right place. We are going to introduce you to some of the most influential content creators that can help get your channel moving beyond your first 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. So thanks for joining. We are going to get right into featuring channels on the screen, and if you hang out with us for a little while, we'll be sure to get you in there as well. So the first channel that we're going to look at is, as you see on the side of the screen, I've got a wheel that I'm going to spin and let people have a chance to be featured on the screen. Like I said, you just got to hang out with us for a little while. Be active in the chat. Don't be shy. Everybody's here for the same thing. Feel free to reach out to everybody in the chat. They all want to connect, and then the way that we do it properly, like with ransomwhitey right here, is you visit a channel one by one. You watch a short video in full. It must be more than at least a minute long, and then you leave a genuine comment relating to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of sentences so that it doesn't get caught in the YouTube spam filters. And then you give the creator a thumbs up always, and if you enjoy the creator's content, you subscribe to them, and then you come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name, and that lets them know that you've connected. They can turn back and do the same thing on your channel. So right now we're looking at ransomwhitey, who is somebody who is a newcomer to TuberChat over the last weekend or so, maybe the last week, and is aggressively working on their channel. They've already joined us on Reddit, as well as they managed to figure out something that I have yet to figure out, which is how to get the featured channels collaboration working on a mobile app. So he let me know today, or they let me know today, that they've got a an older version of the YouTube app that got it done. So I'm going to have a look at that, see if I can get through it, and I will have been inspired by ransomwhitey here for getting that figured out. This is a great collaboration that people can make. Basically, when you put featured channels on your front page, you're telling your audience and the YouTube algorithm that those channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then when some of those channels feature you back, they are in turn telling their audiences and the algorithm that you are worthy of being featured. They are worthy of being featured by you. You're worthy of being featured by them. So it's a wonderful collaboration, a great idea, and we have this arrangement with many people. So if you have featured TuberChat on your front page and I don't know about it, please let me know so that we can return the favor right away. I'm going to welcome some people in here, and then we're going to get to our next channel. You'll have to be active in the chat to let me know you're still here, but Rings of Wrath Gaming has been here for a little while. I'm just going to put them up right now, so we'll look at their channel and see what's happening with them. And Vern's Junk Closet just came in, who's a dear friend of mine, and a channel that you're definitely going to want to connect with. She's very knowledgeable and extremely generous, and very much responsible for the launch of my personal growth on my own channel, as well as with TuberChat. TuberChat is a member of Vern's Junk Closet, so I just want to put a little bit of emphasis so that you can know how much I mean it when I say that you need to be following her. She will find you new friends and family members, but she will help you do it the right way, and she will share all her knowledge, not only of YouTube and the algorithm and getting monetized and things like that. She does a lot of talk about finance, credit, and the other things you're going to need to know when you start making money on YouTube, if that's something that you plan to do. Kristen, my love, of course, is here. The Triplett Family has been back again and again, and I'm so happy to see them again. MJ and J Family Mukbangs, which has been one of our featured channels, who is extremely supportive and here for almost every single live stream. So it's good to see you again. Kristen, my love, Kira Walton, my BFF forever, is in the house, as always. So thank you all for coming. And what we'll do is we'll get some channels on the screen. I meant to get Rings of Wrath Gaming up there. Is this the right? That doesn't look like the right channel. I might have to use my my extension to get your channel, so I'll get it up in a second, and I will add some channels into our Wheel of Fortune over here. This is something I found the other day. It's just at wheelofnames.com, and it's a free thing that somebody built for us. Oh, thank you, Jaden Suff, for sharing on Reddit. Rosa Johansson, thanks for coming back in. Where is Vern's Junk Closet? There you are. Always working in another screen here as well, so just copying some names, getting them up into our wheel here. Jaden Saw, Rosa Johansson. I don't want to miss anybody, so just be patient with me, and I will catch up. And as long as you're here for a little while, I will get you up on the screen. Cooking with Q and More, it's good to see you. I know a lot of my friends have things, you know, the world is a different place in a lot of ways. You know, it was bad enough for a few months, and now this week has just been something else. And I promise you, you are in my thoughts. And I hope that everybody is doing what they can to stay safe, look after themselves, their families, and everything else. So I was looking for Rings of Wrath Gaming. So would you do me a favor, Rings of Wrath, if you're still here? I'm sure you are. Just please say anything. There you are. Never mind. Okay, you got it. Oh, you changed your name. That's it. Okay, so it was easier to find than I thought. That's fine. Let's get you over here. You change your avatar and your name, I guess, right? So there we go. So Rings of Wrath Gaming is a channel that's been here before, so obviously is in the aggressive mode of building. So hopefully everybody will connect. And again, the way that we do that properly is you visit a channel one by one. Anybody in the chat, we're all here for the same thing, so please don't be shy. And then you watch a short video in full. It must be more than a minute long. And then you leave a genuine comment related to the content of that video that should be at least a couple of sentences long so that the YouTube algorithm doesn't mark it as spam. And then you give the creator a thumbs up always. And if you enjoyed their content, you subscribe to them. And in that way, you make sure that the connection sticks. And then you come back into the chat here, leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected. And then they will turn around and do the same thing for you. So hopefully everybody's not being shy. Like I said, we got a handful of people in the chat already. It's great to see. Mr. Fulton Mraz is here. This is an unbelievably supportive channel as well that always shares us out. All Things Lolly is back. Sarmui is back. Thank you for coming in. I wondered if I missed somebody. I hope I didn't. Oh, Beautiful E-Vlogs. Yes, I did see you come in. Thank you very much. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to use my leaderboard again, and it'll take a little while. I'll show you what I'm talking about. For those of you who live stream, often you see the bots in the chat. So we have stream elements dropping our social media links and leaving messages to remind you to share and things like that. There's also Nightbot, Streamlabs, I'm sure you've seen. This one here, Botissimo, is the same thing, but they have a wonderful loyalty system, and all that it does is it lets you know how long people are in your chat and how active they are. And then you can do things like what I'm doing right now, which is, you know, after somebody's been here a certain amount of time, I'll add you to the, and active enough, I'll add you to the wheel, and then we'll feature channels. The only thing I don't want to do, occasionally you get channels that walk in, leave a message, and then just leave, because for the first few weeks, I was featuring every single channel that came in, and I did that on purpose to get everybody to understand what we're doing here. But now I don't want to put any focus on channels that are not aggressively trying to grow and making sure they're connecting the right way. But everybody here has been with us before. I want to make sure that I reward that. So Cooking with Q and More, for those of you who've been here more than once, you know that Cooking with Q and More is very much inspirational in the creation of everything with TuberChat, as well as partially responsible for my personal growth over the last many months on my personal channel and with TuberChat. It was Cooking with Q and More or the Hoops Family Network. Between the two of those, they introduced me to Vern's Junk Closet, and these are probably three of the most, how do I say, it's beyond inspirational, but they are extremely generous and helpful. They wish to do more for others than they expect in return. And this is why I've been able to grow so fast, and I was inspired to create TuberChat is because of these types of channels and the creators behind them. So I want to recognize that, and I want to let you know, if you are serious about YouTube and you plan to be here for the long term, these are channels that you're going to want to connect with, because they're very knowledgeable, they're all generous, and as well, they do take personal satisfaction in helping others and watching other channels grow. So I'm going to add a couple of more names to our wheel. We will get to, I got to put Kristen, Walton, and Kira Walton, of course. We'll add them in. But I do have a featured channel for today. So for those of you who have noticed my background today, even though I forgot to move my green screen. There we go. You must be familiar with Yoga with Mo. I was actually just in her live right before we started. She does it in the mornings, and she talks about working on not only your body, but your mind and your soul as well. I was just listening to her describe that, sometimes people think about yoga and they think about exercise and, maybe can I do it? Can I not do it? Do I need to have a yoga mat and stuff like this? And you absolutely don't. A lot of the stuff can be done without that. Now, the best thing I can give you as advice as to check out what Yoga with Mo is actually going to do, of course, is to connect with her and then make sure that you're there to see what she's going to do and give it a try, because she is another generous creator. She's aggressively growing her channel. As a matter of fact, I can see her growing right now because she was just talking about being at 500 subscribers. I saw her, she must have hit 501 while I was in the chat just 15 minutes ago, and then now 502, so she's moving. It's good to see Everyday Life with the Kelly girls here. Us Never Them is back again. Thank you for coming in. Gracious Tales, thanks for coming in. I don't want to skip over anybody. If you're here and you're active in the chat, I will catch you at some point. So Yoga with Mo is our featured channel for today. And if you would like to be considered as a featured channel, then the best thing I can do is suggest to you to head over to tuberchatcom, where you're going to find our email list. And all you have to do is sign up. You just put your email in. It's me that's going to be emailing you. And I will send out emails from time to time. This is where I'm going to pick creators to be featured across all of our social networks, including Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and more. So when you have an opportunity, and if you'd like to be considered whether you'd like to be considered as a featured creator or not, this is the best way that you can stay informed about everything we're doing at TuberChat as we're doing it. I plan to build a lot of different things. We've already got a few things for you, including a subreddit. We've got a Facebook page where you can keep in tune with us. We've got a Facebook group where you're able to post your videos. Reddit, you can post your videos. We've got Twitter, as well as Instagram, and we've got more social networks coming up and more programs to help you with playlists and things like that. So to stay on top of it, the email list is the best thing that I can advise you to sign up for to stay up to date. So that's Yoga with Mo. Be righto. Thanks for coming in again. So we've got a little bit of a thing going on in our chat, and this is not having to do with us. This is all across YouTube. For those of you who are noticing there are glitches happening, and a lot of people randomly, their messages are getting held for review in the chat. It's making it harder on the moderators, but this is not something that has to do with your particular account. If you've heard that this is happening to you, this is something that is going on across YouTube. It's been well over a week, and usually they don't have glitches that last this long, so I hope they'll address it soon. But our moderators are taking care of it right now, so thank goodness for that. I have modded a couple of extra channels because of that particular trouble. But basically, anybody in blue is a moderator here. They're here for you. Right now, there's just Kristen, Kira, and Cooking with Q. And we have just a few more as well. Forgive me, I'm just catching up with the chat. Oh, you noticed, Rings of Wrath Gaming noticed that we hit 800, so thank you very much. Yes, TuberChat is a new channel, right? Like, we only started not even a month ago live streaming. So I've been trying to build it up for the last couple of months, doing the same thing we're actually doing in here. I have been in different growth streams, as well as trying to get the word out and this and that. So it won't be long before TuberChat hits the 1,000, but I appreciate everybody who has helped, and especially when you're sharing and do things to try to get the word out for us as well. So thank you for mentioning that. Average Joe PT, thanks for coming in. Wana Kong, thanks for coming in again. Oh, you're watching from Bermuda. As a matter of fact, sorry, Rose Johansson, I'm going to get to your channel in a second. Wana Kong's just mentioning they're from Bermuda. It's a long time ago, but I worked on a cruise ship for one summer for Celebrity Cruises, and our route was just from New York City to Bermuda. So I was happy. I got to spend Saturday afternoons in New York, and the rest of the time in Bermuda for an entire summer, and that was wonderful. It's a fantastic place with great people. So Rosa Johansson is here, and this is a channel that's come back and back again, and that speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind the channel. So be righto, I just noticed that you're moving a little bit fast, and it makes me wonder if it's possible that you could be connecting the right way. So I'm going to remind you how we do it. When you're visiting a channel, like for instance here, Rosa Johansson, you visit a channel one by one in the chat. We're all here for the same thing. You watch a short video in full. This is not long enough, 52 seconds. You need to be watching something a minute or longer. So this video where we connected with Rosa Johansson is the same one you could, for instance. It's right there at the front. It must be longer than a minute. You watch that video in full. Then you leave a meaningful comment related to the content of that video. It should be at least a couple of sentences long. And then you give the creator a thumbs up, of course, always. And then you come back into the chat here and leave a single or double emoji next to their name. That lets them know that you've connected, and then they will turn around and connect with you. One of the things we want to avoid is picking up 10 or 20 new friends and family members here and then finding out that half of them disappear tomorrow. And that is what will happen if you're not following the procedure I'm talking about and connecting the right way. And I did forget to put it at the bottom of the screen today, so there it is. So as long as you follow those instructions, you should be good. We want to make sure our love sticks everywhere. It's great that everybody's aggressive, but getting a simple 1,000 subscribers is not going to be the end of the road for you. I hope for most people you are planning on being here for the long term, which basically means years, and you're going to need a lot more than a simple 1,000 subscribers. You're not going to be able to get very far if you don't have the right connections. You need people coming back, watching your videos again and again, and truly supporting you, giving you the thumbs up and the comments and the things we all need so that we can succeed on YouTube. So this is Kristen Walton. This is my love. She has been in, of course, every live stream. Luckily, she was able to be here with me the whole time. She's aggressively working on her channel. It's very much her thing. While we work together, we don't interfere. And what I mean by that is that her channel is absolutely run by her. She's doing her own thing and very much generous in the idea of, first of all, I mean, we both run playlists for people, but she makes her own arrangements. She runs playlists with everybody. She's willing to run playlists of any size. So if you want to do that for watch hours, she's somebody that's willing to do it. All of our moderators are, including myself. And occasionally I'll leave messages for myself in the chat to let you know, in case you want to connect with me personally. She is doing what I try to preach constantly, which is making sure you're consistently putting out quality videos every week, as a minimum, 1 video a week. She's doing that. So she will have a premiere tomorrow, or well, she'll have a video tomorrow. I don't know if she'll premiere it, but every Monday she puts out a video, and you can see consistently she's been doing this week after week after week. And then as well, she does the featured channels here, which I'm assuming for the most part she's made arrangements with people to do that. Like I said, that's a great collaboration you can make with people, where you feature channels on your front page. Some of those channels feature you. You're basically saying, pardon me for 1 second. Oh, pardon me for that. When you are featuring channels like that, you're basically saying that those channels are worthy of being featured by you. This is good for your audience as well as the algorithm. And then some of those channels feature you back. They're saying that you're worthy of being featured by them, to both their audience and the algorithm. And then as well, she follows a few, things that I've been mentioning. One of those things is making a proper playlist. If you are making playlist arrangements, you need to make a playlist that contains, first of all, only your videos, no videos from anybody else. Every pre-recorded video that you've ever made, no live streams. And then you can name it just about whatever you want, put it on your front page so that people can easily find it, and then you can make arrangements. It's very simple. You're just running a playlist for them. They're running a playlist for you. If you have a playlist of 5 or 10 or 20 hours or more. Oh, I didn't take Cooking with Q off. I just already put him. You can see how if you get a lot of people running your playlist, you're going to have your hours stacking up very quickly. So the next one we're looking at is Vern's Junk Closet. And this is somebody who's turned out to be a dear friend, a wonderful supporter. Like I said, TuberChat is a member of this channel because it's that important to us. And I want to be sending you places that I know are going to benefit you when you're not here with TuberChat. We only live stream a couple hours a day. And there are a lot of other places where you can benefit and maximize your impact. So I'm going to get a few more channels on our wheel here while we look at Vern's Junk Closet. Why does it say, why on earth does it say join when we're a member? So, when you're a manager of several channels, as I am, if you're logged in under your own account, but under the channel that you're working on, it may not be the same as being logged in under your official account for that channel. So that's what threw me off there. There's a little tip for you, not that it matters, but if you ever run into that problem where, like I said, no, be righto, you're okay, of course, but I just want to emphasize the idea that when I see somebody working too fast in the chat, it can, what I don't wish is for you to come and meet a lot of new friends and family members, and then, like I said, pick up 10 or 20, and then they're gone. Half of them are gone tomorrow. I want you to be able to connect the right way, not just for yourself, but so that you can in turn, as you're out in the YouTube world, you know, in different chats and live streams, you can also teach other people, guide them by the hand, and make sure that they're connecting the right way as well. Mr. Fulton Mraz, thank you for the congratulations on the 800. Yes, we're doing okay. Now, see, this is funny. Why this keeps switching? It's not switching the right account for me for some reason. We'll try again. I just want to show you what happens when you're a member of a channel. If you find a channel that you really enjoy and you're getting some value out of, then you'll want to join. So now you see that I've finally logged into the right account. The join button is gone, and I've got something here to see perks. I can upgrade my membership, or I can see what's involved. And Vern's Junk Closet is just a wonderful supporter. She's got a generous community of people around her who are very dedicated and loyal. So if you are with her, you will find more people, friends and family members, that will do all the things that we need. Let's get Mr. Fulton Mraz is already there. ransomwhitey was already shown. Yoga with Mo is our featured channel. Let's get B Righto up there. Jaden Sa is going to be our next channel up on the screen. Jaden Sa's been with us back and forth again and again. Not to mention, I think he joined Reddit, right? Am I right about that? And then as well is willing to share and do other things to help other people. Now, how great is this that Jaden Sa has, let's just double check and make sure I'm right, only started a couple of weeks ago and is already at 900 subscribers. We're very close. We should probably be able to get you to that 900 right now. So, Jaden, as long as you're taking your time and connecting with everybody the right way, hopefully there's enough new people in here. I know we've got some familiar faces in the house that you should be able to connect. The thing is, when I say that, like, there's so many people coming back, and I really appreciate every time that you come back to TuberChat and every minute that you spend. As our channels get bigger and bigger and we follow more and more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we all would like. So I appreciate every moment that you spend with us here at TuberChat and with me personally. So Jaden Sa is somebody who's coming back again and again and is working so hard. So hopefully you've got enough people in here that you can connect to today, and we will live stream for quite a while. I'm expecting at least 2 hours, and that should be enough time to get you across that 900 that must be on your mind. And then we'll see how your week goes. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time, and then we'll be back, again on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And I don't see any reason why you can't have your 1,000 by the end of the week. So that'll be great. If I've missed anybody coming in, Willow Galaxy, it's nice to see you again. Don't worry, I will get to you. I am just going through a bit of a process here to figure out how I'm going to feature channels on the screen. So B Righto is going to be the next one up. And there we go. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I probably lost all my channels. No, I didn't. Okay, good luck. Good work on that. Let's see what's happening with B Righto. I'm going to turn my TubeBuddy off, just because while I'm live streaming, it slows things down just a little bit. But I love TubeBuddy. It's my #1 tool. For those of you who don't already know, I'm a professional channel manager. I run a few channels for a few different people, and TubeBuddy is the tool that I always go to. So if you've heard about it or you haven't, if you're thinking about using it, or if you're looking for something to make your job on YouTube easier and much more effective, especially with your description, tags, titles, and things like that, TubeBuddy is a great tool. It's in the description of every video that we put out, including the live stream that we're watching right now. So you can catch a link to the free version right there. Sista Diva, thanks for coming in again. Oh, ransomwhitey, running people's playlists right now. That's great. Hopefully you're making arrangements with people. Anybody that wants to make arrangements with me personally My name is Kevin K, and I will leave messages occasionally in the chat from my personal account, and then you can reach me on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, either myself or through the TuberChat accounts, and I will get the messages, and then we can make arrangements. I run playlists for people all the time. So ransomwhitey is running ours, so I'm going to make sure to run a playlist for you as well. Now, you can run playlists for people multiple times, but you must wait. So while there's a little bit of different discussion on the internet about how long you have to wait, people are advising anywhere from a month to 2 months. Basically, the rule of thumb is once you run a playlist for somebody, you go back and look at that playlist, refresh your page, and if you see red lines showing that you watched the videos, you can't run it again yet. You have to wait. So I would almost advise just waiting out the 2 months before you do it again. But for somebody like ransomwhitey who's just started their channel, they can have they've only got a couple of videos right now, so it's going to be very easy to run them. It'll only take literally a few minutes, but you, after a couple of months, when they've got some more videos, run them again, and by the time they've hit, let's say, their 3,000 watch hours, you're really going to be able to get that last 1,000 really quickly. Gracious Tales, thank you very much for for saying hello. Yoga with Mo has a love and hate relationship with TubeBuddy. I kind of I really like it. I mean, I look at a few different tools. I've looked at vidIQ and things like that as well. But TubeBuddy is the one that I use more often than not. I don't necessarily rely on it. The truth is, you have to use common sense when it comes to making your tags, writing your descriptions, thinking about your title and everything else. But what TubeBuddy does is make the job easier. You don't have to pay for the pro version. I do, but because it makes it a little bit easier. But you can absolutely use the free version and get off to a good head start. Gives you some promo materials that make it easy to promote your channel outside and get more people coming in. So I'm going to get some more. Did I put Rings? Yeah, Rings of Wrath Gaming we looked at. I'm going to get. Did we look at Jaden Saw's channel already? You have to forgive me because we do this so often. Jaden Saw we didn't talk about. Okay, that's okay. I'm going to mention Kira Walton in a second. I'll tell you what. Let's go over her channel. So Kira Walton is the daughter of Kristen Walton, who's also in the chat. They're both mods, and we all live together, of course. So Kira is my BFF forever. She has her own channel and is doing the same thing as Kristen, where she is aggressively working on making new videos so that she can have something new to put out every week. So I keep saying the same thing over and over, but you want to make sure, like, the key to success on YouTube is consistency. You must put out a quality video once a week. And all that I mean by quality is something that you are truly creating, something that you're putting the best ability that you can in, based on both your talent, your skill, your desire, as well as time. Time is something that's a factor for all of us. But as long as you're putting out a video every week, then that is the true key to success. The things we're doing here, meeting new friends and family members, running playlists to speed things up a little bit, that's all okay, but you have to have that consistency. So luckily, Kira's already on her way. She's well over her 100 subscribers now, and as you can see, she's got a handful of engaging videos. So she's following that advice of making sure that she's consistent and got a video every week. And then, of course, she's doing the featured channels here as well. And then she's willing to run playlists for people. And then it's easy with her because, like I said, her playlist, some of the creators here, the playlists are relatively small. They can be done in an hour, a couple of hours. And then we meaning Kira, Kristen, myself, most of our moderators are willing to run playlists of any size for anyone. So I wonder, I'm just going to refresh something here. I want to make sure that people are here before I mention them. As long as you hang out with us and you're active in the chat, I don't want you to worry about us missing you or skipping over you. We will get to everybody as long as you're still here. You just got to hang out with us for a little while. What I want to focus on is channels that are truly willing to connect with each other the right way, the kind of creators who are going to come back, literally watch your videos, give you thumbs up, leave meaningful comments, and all the things we need as YouTubers, not just today, but in the future. We've been lucky to already have met a lot of these people. You got a lot in the chat. And then, so I was just checking if somebody was here. Yeah, already. So that's the thing. If you, there's a few channels who like step in pretty quickly and then leave. And one of the reasons that happens is because in the beginning, for the first 3 weeks, I was featuring every single channel that came in here up on the screen. And now I'm kind of scaling that back a little bit. So as long as you're here, you're active in the chat, and I know you're the kind of creator that is actually trying to grow their channel and wants to get the most out of YouTube, or I mean, sorry, out of TuberChat, then you get added to the wheel. And then we let the wheel do its magic, and then we pick channels like the Triplett Family here, who's been back again and again with us. So I know MJ Family Mukbangs is not here. And then I'll start adding some more channels to the wheel in a moment. So the Triplett Family, have I put you on our featured list? I don't remember whether I actually did or not, but I see that you've got us featured there, as well as ASMR with Dominique and MJ Family Mukbangs, who are familiar supporters of us as well. I'm just making notes for myself here. I want to make sure this collaboration that I keep talking about, which with the featured channels, is a great thing for anybody to do on their channel. And the reason why it's good for the algorithm and it's good for your audience. What you're basically doing is saying that these channels are worthy of being featured by you. And then for some of those channels that respond, like that feature you back, they are saying that you are worthy of being featured by them. So it's great for the algorithm, great for your audiences. And then you see that Triplett Family has a lot of engaging content. I love your thumbnails, by the way. I don't know if I've actually said that before. I think I mentioned a little bit about it. But, you know, they're always looking fun and happy, obviously doing some mukbang challenges, things like that. But these are just wonderful because they're so bright and colorful, and they kind of make you want to click. So like these emotions that you have in your when you have your face on your thumbnail is a great idea. So hopefully, I expect big things from this channel, but hopefully you're doing fantastic. And then as well, of course, they're on Instagram. I'd love to see you add that Instagram into your links. And the reason why is because, first of all, it goes on your channel banner, but it also puts links right here and allows you to be found faster. So we can talk about that anytime if anybody wants to do that. In detail about the email list, be righto. So basically what's going to happen, I wonder if I probably am not logged in right now too. If I'm not logged in, I won't bother with it, but using a system called MailChimp right now, and I'll switch that soon. Yeah, I'm not logged in, so I'm not going to bother. Anyway, so basically what happens is you sign up for the email list at tuberchatcom, and it's just me that's going to be emailing you. I expect to do it eventually once a week, but basically not more than that. But when we have news. So when we've added something new. So for instance, we are we started with TuberChat with a Facebook, an Instagram, and a Twitter account. Now that we're using them, we are doing different things, and I'll show you something here. So with Twitter, for instance, first of all, all we've done so far is just we post on Twitter. So if you have Twitter, you can follow us. Not everybody wants to get notifications from every YouTube creator, and while we wish everybody would put our bell on, I know not everybody will. That's fine. People want to be informed where they want to be informed, and that's fine. So with Twitter, we're just posting so far what we're doing, when we've been putting our live streams out. So for today, this is our tweet, and then if you wanted to, anybody could go like retweet, comment, or whatever. But we also, so last night I was working on something else where I started a Twitter list. And then why am I? Oh, and so I'm logged into the wrong account here. When I was looking at TuberChat, let me see if I can find something from here. View lists. Okay, there's TuberChat. Has two lists here. One of them is Kevin K's accounts, just for in case you guys wanted to see the other things that I do outside, and that's just to let you know that if you wanted to just make sure you know who I am, is to build trust and this and that, so that you can see these other channels that I've got or other Twitter accounts. It doesn't matter. I don't really expect anybody to bother with that. But I made this one called TuberChat Stars. I might change the name of it, but okay, I've got to make that stop. Okay, pardon me for 1 second. I need to address something again. It's sorry about that. So what I was saying about the list, I called it TuberChat Stars, and I might change the name of it. And it says YouTubers who tweet and retweet for others. So what I'm able to do is go through all of our previous tweets and able to that's my personal account. That's why I'm logged into the wrong account. When I look at these are all people who have retweeted our tweets or tweeted about us, one or the other. So it's a small list right now because TuberChat is so new. But the reason for the email list is so that I can let you know when we're doing new things. So for instance, because I've just started that Twitter list, now I can send an email out and let everybody know Pardon me, everyone. I'm just dealing with a couple of messages here that can't seem to wait. And forgive me. So as I'm saying with the email list, I'm able to let you know when we're doing new things. So for instance, when I expand when I invent or create something like the Twitter list, where I want to feature creators, then I am able to let you know right away so that you can stay informed, so that you can start taking advantage of that. And hopefully for things that I'm able to share, that you may not have heard about. Of course, I want to share my knowledge, but as well, I learn from creators of all sizes every day. And so, okay, pardon me for 1 second. Let's get another. I'm going to put Mr. Fulton Mraz up here. You have to excuse me for a quick moment. And I'll be right back. Okay, everybody, thank you so much for your patience. Um, Everything's cool. I just needed to step away for a second, but we're back. And looking at Mr. Fulton Mraz, for those of you who've been here before, you've already heard me talk about this channel several times. And the reason why is because when we're looking at the things we're doing here to connect with the right people and making quality connections that are going to truly support us, one of the channels that follows this kind of character is Mr. Fulton Mraz. He has shared us countless times on his community tab. He does a lot of sharing for other people, and that's really what the kind of things I want to focus on is when we have channels and creators behind those channels that are willing to do more for others than they expect for themselves. And so Mr. Fulton Mraz is that kind of creator. And I want to put a lot of focus on that because while they are consistently putting out videos and you can see frequently enough, they're also, like I said, willing to do for others. And that's very important. Mr. Fulton Mraz is on the Twitter list that I just mentioned, I believe. If I go back and just look at my lists and say TuberChat stars here, these are people who've tweeted or retweeted us. And I forget, I had to look at the members here. And then Fulton Mraz is there. So not only on his community tab, but also on Twitter. And like I said, this kind of thing speaks volumes about the character of the creator behind the channel. So I'm going to try to look at how I can get some more channels up here on the screen. I think I've had almost everybody that's here up on the screen. So let's put Willow Galaxy up there because this is another channel that has come back again and again to support. This is somebody that I see in many other areas, many other live streams and on other channels. Okay, Renee, thanks for coming in. It's great to see you back again. Mr. Fulton Mraz is so funny because he's been saying that a couple of times, right? Just shared you out for 10,000 times. It's true. He shares us constantly, and I really appreciate it. So Mr. Fulton Mraz is working very well on his channel, but also willing to help out other creators, like I said, and that's a really great thing. So I absolutely appreciate that. So Willow Galaxy here is, like I said, another channel well over the 2,000 mark and is very active, obviously. She's got videos coming out, or this channel has videos coming out more than once a week, obviously, more frequently than that, which is great. It's key. You've got a lot of interesting, different stuff here that looks good. And this actually looks like a channel that there's a lot to be learned from, like whitening your teeth here, protecting ourselves from some of the things that are running around outside, staying healthy, benefits not only for your body but for your mind. So this is great, and I'm really happy that you've got this kind of stuff. I like your thumbnails and things. They're very colorful, and hopefully you're getting some good activity from that, but it looks like you are. So that's great. And then I'm going to get K Renee up here. This is a channel that's come back a couple of times. So it's good to see you here. Thank you, K Renee. I like this banner. I really like the fact that you've put on it, first of all, you got a picture of yourself. It's colorful. But you've got faith, motherhood, and more, letting people know what your channel's about. You've got new upload weekly, letting us know exactly what to expect from you, which is a great idea. You've got favorite or featured channels on your front page. You've got a trailer type thing here, as well as you've got, or a featured video rather. You've got links up here as well. So you're really looking after your channel really well. So I just want to see how else you've got your front page here. Yeah, so you've got other stuff like, so this channel has also already got, so you're well over your 1,000 subscribers, which is great. Hopefully we can push you a little farther today. As well, you've got all these playlists that you've put up on your front page. This is a great way to dress your front page up and give a great first impression. So I really like that, as well. You're letting people know that you're available on Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter. Lots of playlists. Wow. So this is great, and tons of video. Olive K. Renee. That's a great way to make a playlist. That's a great way to name a playlist. So the only thing I just wonder, have you got live streams in here? Just skimming through it for a second. Or are these just videos? You've got so many videos. 200 videos. Wow. I don't see any live streams yet. So I wonder if this this playlist has followed the follows the guidelines that we say sometimes in these live streams, where you want to have a playlist of all of your videos but no live streams. And that's for the purpose of trading playlists with other people. But it's not just that. Having a playlist where people can binge watch you, it's not so different than when you're watching Netflix or any other television show or something like that. I mean, we all have our own TV shows now, right? Our TV channels basically is what we're making here. And people are going to like you, right? Not everybody, hopefully a lot. And then what will happen is you will find some of those people want to watch your content over and, well, not just over and over and over again, but they want to see it all. And that's great. So that's a great way that you can make that available for somebody. You have a separate one for my live. That's perfect. Wow. Okay, Renee, is this your first, you feel like you need help in the thumbnail department? So your thumbnails are bright, colorful. I love this one that I'm circling here, 50,000 facts about me. Because it's so the contrast is perfect. You got a close-up of your face, which they always recommend. That makes a thumbnail very clickable, as well as the contrast of the lettering compared to the background makes it very clear what this is. So it's a very clickable thumbnail. But so my suggestion then is just simply watch a few videos on YouTube from some of the bigger creators like Think Media. You can watch smaller creators too. Like I said, I learn from creators of all sizes every day. But you can watch Think Media and video creators and Nick Nimmons and Sunny Lenarduzzi and people like this. Sunny Lenarduzzi does a great job with graphics. But you can watch some of these creators and just say how to make a thumbnail that pops, or how to make a thumbnail that's clickable and stuff like this. And you'll see a bunch of videos come up. Watch 3 of them, and then they'll give you a few more ideas. But you're already doing a great job, if not a better than average job. And if you just want to step it up, that might be a way. So anyway, I love what you're doing. I'm just curious if this is your first channel, because let's see how long ago you started. You had too many videos for me really to go through, but I just want to see. So you've been on for... I just wonder if we're going to find out that you've only been on for a year or something like that. Okay, thank you, Rings of Wrath Gaming. I really appreciate you coming in, and hopefully we'll see you again soon. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. Yeah, 1 year. That's funny. I almost predicted it. You are extremely active, which is fantastic. This is good stuff. I expect big, big things from you. So I hope you're just going to keep doing what you're doing. And then, I have to do the same thing. We all do in learning more and more. And like I said, from creators of all sizes, because sometimes you can follow a channel. And like I said, Sunny Lynn Arduzzi is a fantastic creator. I do follow her. I try to watch I wouldn't even say most of her stuff lately, but I see what she's up to and watch. And she will do a great job. Lots of those creators will. There's probably 10 to 15 monster accounts that I follow for staying up to date and learning new techniques and things like that. But there are smaller creators as well. And I know it's not that it's small YouTubers. That term is not accurate. It's just that it's so big, like everybody's using it, everybody's searching for it. So if you call a video for small YouTubers instead of content creators, you will be able to reach a lot more people. So that's the reason we keep using it. But content creators of all sizes, when I watch channels that have, let's say, less than 10,000 subscribers, you sometimes get a real raw look at people. And when you have channels that have gone through the, let's say, 3, 4, 5,000, starting to approach 10, those creators have learned enough about what they've done right that they can improve on it. And that's something you can do too. So hopefully you'll read your analytics regularly. And one of the things I can tell you on the reach tab of your analytics, you have that upside down triangle, and the click-through rate shows you the difference between how many times YouTube shows your title and thumbnail to people, and then the click-through rate is a percentage. It's usually somewhere between 3 and like 8 or 9%. That's for all of YouTube. The average is, it sounds low, but you'll understand after you start looking at this a little bit. Anywhere around 4, 5, or 6% is doing okay. And then higher than that starts to become like you're doing a really good job. So you can look at your overall click-through rate, and then you can look on each individual video, and you'll find out, are your title and your thumbnail being as effective as you want them to be, or can you improve? You can look at the thumbnails that you've done on videos that have your highest click-through rate and then do more of that. The purpose of analytics is not to find out what you're doing wrong as much as it is to find out what you're doing right so that you can duplicate that success. So hopefully you can do that, but I love what you're doing so far. Us Never Them, it's great to see you in here. I'm going to put Us Never Them up for a second right away because they were with us yesterday, and they came in for the purpose of allowing us to be there for them while they crossed their 1,000 subscribers, and I'm so happy that you got it. Now, what happens sometimes to creators, a lot of us are on the way to 1,000. I know some of us have crossed, but when you're on the way to 1,000 and that day comes, what's very possible is you're going to pick up some new friends and family members, you're going to hit your 1,000, and then you'll find out that you lose a handful the next day and you dip down below 1,000 again. And this happens for a lot of people often. So once you hit your 1,000, you still have to keep pushing, because some of the ones that are purging could be from the last 24 hours, but YouTube also purges over weeks and months. And I don't know how random it is. It's almost impossible to get a straight answer about why some of these things happen. But it's not just that people aren't connecting the right way, and it's not just the people, let's say, are subbing to you and then changing their mind after. It's not that. If you have somebody that subscribed to you 4 or 5 months ago, but never came back to watch another video, never came back to like, comment, or anything like that, and has really just not looked at any of your stuff, it's possible that YouTube could have purged them. Anyway, it's nice to see that Us Never Them is here. They're a dynamic family that does a lot of entertaining stuff, and luckily they managed to hit their 1,000, so we're very happy for them, and I just wanted to put some focus on that for a quick second. So for those of you who've come in and I haven't welcomed you, forgive me, I didn't mean to skip over you. It's just I was so focused on what I was doing there. with K Renee. But Beat Next Door, it's good to see you back. FIFA World and Other Gaming, you've been here every live stream this weekend, so thank you for coming back. I really appreciate that. You know, like I keep saying, as our channels get bigger and bigger, and as we follow more and more people, it becomes harder and harder to support everybody as much as we might like. And so I appreciate every moment that you spend with us here at TuberChat and with me personally. I will leave messages in the chat from my personal account in case you want to connect with me as well. So FIFA World and Other Gaming, I know I've said this again and again. I like the fact that your banner shows us exactly what to expect from your channel, in that you know, these PlayStation, that's what it looks like to me, these PlayStation type looking icons throughout your banner, aside from your name. Obviously saying gaming kind of lets us know what you're doing. And then for those people who know FIFA, they'll understand, okay, you must be a monster FIFA soccer fan. But then there's obviously some other gaming here as well. And you say that right in your banner and on your name. So it's fantastic. Good. I'm happy with what you're doing. I would love to see you add your links if you have other social networks like Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or other things like that. You can get them on your About page, and then you put them up here on your banner, and it'll allow people to find you where you want to be found and engage with them as well. And then you can use those social networks to push out your videos when you've got new stuff. Like for instance, so on Instagram, you know, we've got like the TuberChat Instagram where we're letting people know when we've got new videos coming out, or our live streams, and who our featured channels are and things like that. Of course, there's Twitter, where we do the same thing. And then we have a Facebook page where we let you know what we're doing. We have a Facebook group where you're able to post your own videos. And then, of course, Reddit, we have a subreddit dedicated just to TuberChat. And one of the things here, because we're so young and new as a channel and as a network, basically when you post in the TuberChat world, you are going to be seen very much. And the reason why is because once these networks start to get up to, like, you know, thousands of people, like for instance in a subreddit, and people start posting, it still is good, it still is worth posting, but your stuff tends to fly by pretty quickly and may not be seen as much as it was when the network was young. Whereas with TuberChat subreddit right now, for instance, when you post something there, it's going to be seen by every other member, which is great. And you might get what you're looking for out of that. And so forgive me because I have skipped a lot of stuff in the chat, you know, just talking and this and that. And especially, like I said, I was going over K Renee and I'm looking at FIFA World and Other Gaming here. I really appreciate you coming back, especially so often. We're going to look at Beat Next Door. This is another channel that's been back. So thank you for coming back again. And I must have mentioned that I really like your banner. That's colorful. That's just an attractive banner. That's all there is to it. And I'm happy you've got your links there. I didn't see. So you don't have featured channels yet. And then same goes for FIFA World and Other Gaming. But it's something to consider, making arrangements to put featured channels there. It can be a great collaboration. And you've got well over 200 subscribers right now. Hopefully we're going to push you a little bit farther today. And then we'll be back tomorrow at the same time. And as well, we seem to be going every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. And then the Hoops Family Network, I don't know if you're still here, but my thoughts are with you. Everything's like kind of fine, but you know, there's a lot of activity going on in the States that have things kind of in disarray. So I don't know whether you can listen while you're driving, but if you are, then, you know, our thoughts are with you. Hopefully you're staying safe. And pardon me for 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay, thank you everyone for your patience again. Sorry, Rosa, I didn't mean to miss your question. I was so focused on what I was doing over here, and I haven't done a good job today of staying up with the chat. But Kristen just came in and let me know that you're talking about the idea, and if I've got this right, you want to know if live streaming counts for watch hours. So while you're live streaming, it absolutely does. So the more people you have in your stream, the better, obviously. And it's really hard to know the truth about how YouTube calculates those watch hours. So, for instance, we have had over our last couple of live streams, we usually live stream for about 2 hours. And lately, we've been getting maybe 40 hours of watch time for that, because what it's counting is all the people who are in the live and all the time that they're spending. So that's a part of it. It does always purge. So when you do a live stream and you're done, you might see your watch hours at a certain level. And whether it's the next day or 2 days or 3 days later or a week later, you might see that it drops. That happens to everybody because YouTube wants to make sure that they're validating how much watch hours they're giving everybody. We're all in a mystery as to the truth about the calculations that YouTube makes in the background. But when people are watching your live streams afterwards, let's say a replay, it becomes a regular video. So you absolutely do get watch hours there. Now, one of the things that may not help, and this is important, and it could go for both just watching a video afterwards, like when a live stream becomes a video, or it could have to do with while the live stream is happening. If somebody is in your live stream, maybe they come in and they say hello, maybe they stick around for a few minutes and then they say, listen, I'm going to do my dishes or do laundry or I got to go out or something else. They say, but I'm going to let you run. And it's a favor that they're doing it for you because they might allow your live stream to keep going even though they're not actually sitting there watching. If that's the case, then it's very possible that YouTube will stop giving you credit for their watch hours after 15 minutes. This is why you'll hear a lot of creators that are talking about how to do YouTube and how to maximize your impact and things like that. The kind of things I try to say as well is you want to stay in a live stream for a minimum of 15 minutes. And the reason why is because that ensures that the creator is going to get the credit. Now, part of that has to do with being active. So I don't know if this is true, but it seems to me when I look at my statistics afterwards, if somebody leaves a live stream running but is not active, you don't get the credit. Like, they can't just let your live stream run for 10 hours even though they're not there and you get 10 hours of watch time. Truly, it kind of sounds fair, right? If they're not actually there watching and engaging, but I don't know. It's not for me to say what's fair and not fair. It's almost a better word than fair might be almost understandable. But again, it's a mystery, and you're going to hear from creators over and over and over again. We don't understand the exact calculations, how they figure out to purge your hours. But almost certainly, when you do a live stream or anything else on YouTube, you're going to get watch hours to a point, and they're always going to drop back. It's almost like a 2 steps forward, one step back kind of a situation. And, it's unfortunate, and, it makes it really hard on being able to calculate. But the truth is, if you're here for the long term, it's not going to matter next year because you're going to be so far ahead that you won't even remember what it was like, hopefully, to be struggling for hours and, worrying about those calculations and stuff, because you'll be so far past. And that's my wish for you, certainly. So hopefully that's the case. I hope that I answer your question by saying that, and forgive me, I'm going to try to do a bit of a better I'm going to do a better job keeping up with the chat now. And I'm going to get another channel up on the screen. So let's get past Life Explorer. This is another channel that's been back a couple of times. And have a look at what they've got going on for us today. So past Life Explorer has been back and back. And that's one of those things. Like I said, I like this banner because it's colorful. They've got a dynamic channel with a lot of interesting stuff for us here to say, very much niched, which is great. So I expect big things from this channel. And you're well above your 250 now, so hopefully we're going to push you a little bit farther. And then again, we'll be here tomorrow. I think everybody here is probably subscribed to TuberChat, but if you haven't yet, then please think about doing that and put the bell on so that you don't miss our next live streams. Tomorrow's is already scheduled. We'll be featuring Nails by Nicole, which is another channel that comes in here very often and spends a lot of time with us, and does a lot for TuberChat in the way of helping and spreading the word. So you can look forward to that. But Past Life Explorer, like I said, has a dynamic channel with a lot of engaging content. And like I keep saying about these front pages, I'm glad that you're starting to get that picked up. You've got a link up here. If you have other social networks, it would be great to add them there as well. And then on your, because they come up here under the link section in your About page, as well as up there on the banner, so people can find you where you want to be found. And then as well on your front page, you've got a couple of playlists here that have been turned into shelves, which is perfect because when somebody comes to your front page, they are going to be drawn to certain content that you have, and you want to give them the best opportunity to find that content. So I keep saying this on YouTube as well. We don't get to decide which videos are going to be the good ones. You can't just say, I'm going to make a good video, everybody's going to love it, and it happens. That's not how it works. What you need to do is, like what Past Life Explorer is doing here, have your channel set up for success. Be consistent, put up quality videos at least once a week. If you can live stream, that helps, but you do what's right for your channel. And when luck comes by, it will pick up one or some of your videos and take them away. I've seen it time and time again. For those of you who don't know, I'm a professional channel manager. I handle a few channels for a few different people. I've been doing it for about 4 years now. I think we're on year 5, and I've got well over 2.2 million views, well over 10,000 subscribers between those channels. The ones that I'm talking about, for the most part, were built without what we're doing here, because growth streams like what we're doing didn't exist 2 years ago. So they were built strictly on making quality content every week and being consistent. Now those channels are bringing in great income. They are continuously growing, one of them at rapid pace, and but they're all consistent. And like I said, on my personal channel, on several of the channels that I manage, we never, ever, ever know which video is going to be the one that takes off. The best you can do is make quality content, continue to learn, take all the things you learn, go back over your old videos, spend as much time as you reasonably have, and improve. You can always change your titles, you can always change your thumbnails, even years after. And when luck is ready to come your way, you just want to be ready and have your channel set up for success, and then you will be able to reap the benefits of that. Like I said, I see it time and time again, and I'm just looking for Rosa. I hope I answered your question. If anybody does have any more questions with regards to anything to do with YouTube, anything that you think I could possibly help with, I learn from creators of all sizes every day. Channels of all sizes, people of all size followings, and this and that. And I love to share my knowledge, and I love to collaborate and get other people's feedback as well. So if there's something I can explain that you think can help you as well, I'll just remind you in the meantime. So we do have Instagram. You can follow us. It's just TuberChat is the name. Same on Twitter. Same on Facebook. And for those of you who are already on Reddit and understand how that works, it's free. It's just a forum, and you can post your videos for free in here. We've got a dedicated subreddit just to us, and it's just reddit.com/r/tuberchat. So our name is TuberChat everywhere. It's easy to find, and hopefully you can get on these other platforms as well, so that you can maximize your impact both while we're live streaming and after we're live streaming, because I'd love to see you continue to grow, continue to nurture your relationships, and keep your relationships going, so that you can get the likes, the comments, the views and all the other things we need as YouTubers as the week goes on. So I'll give it another couple minutes and see if anybody had any questions. If not, I will wrap up the live stream. We'll be back tomorrow at the same time. So it's noon Eastern Daylight Time. However, we've already got tomorrow's live stream scheduled, so you can get your reminder. Hopefully you're subscribed already to TuberChat. You've got the bell on so you get your notifications anyway. And then we'll be happy to see you back tomorrow. And then I will schedule out the rest of the live stream so you know when to expect us. We're always here Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Okay, thank you everyone for today. We will see you tomorrow, hopefully, and stay safe. Bye-bye.